Okay, so I didn't have enough time to film an intro for this video, so I'm just going to get started. So I'm beginning by priming my eyelids with my Urban Decay eyeshadow priming potion, and this is just the original one. And next I'm just going to take an eyeshadow, and that is in the shade Brulee, and I'm using my Sigma Large Shading E60 brush just to use that to just basically put that all over my eyelids. And then I'm going to be taking my Sigma E40 blending brush and just blending the shade Kid by MAC into my crease as the transition color. And then I just applied some tape so I could get a nice crisp edge. So now I'm just going to be taking my Too Faced Natural Matte palette, and on a MAC 217 brush, I'm just going to be blending this along the tape. And the reason why I put that tape there is to get a nice crisp edge, and it really does look very nice in the end. Now I'm going to be taking a Cosmetics brush, and this is the Airbrush Blending Crease brush, and I'm doing the exact same thing just with a darker shade to build up the color. Next, on a flat shading brush, this one I'm pretty sure is just the one out of the Naked 3 palette, I'm just going to be using an even darker color, and I'm just running this right along my lash line. And you want to focus the darker colors closer to your lash line and the less dark ones going farther up and blending that more towards the crease. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Sexpresso, and on a Sigma Pencil E30 brush, I'm just going to be very precisely applying that right next to the lash line and right next to the tape. I'm using this Maybelline gel eyeliner just to do a very subtle wing, and I'm doing this fairly close to the tape and not all the way along the lash line, and it really does not matter if this is messy because we are going to be blending this out with a dark eyeshadow in the next step of this process. Using any black eyeshadow, I'm pretty sure that this is out of the Nudes palette, I'm pretty sure it's called. I am just blending that right next to the black, and this is just going to make the eyeliner look very smoky and very cool in my opinion. I don't know how else to explain how that looks, but just keep it close to the lash line and use it to blend out the gel liner as much as possible. Then just going back in with the E40 brush, I'm just blending everything out. Then on an E35 brush, I'm just going to be taking the shade Heaven from the Natural Matte palette and applying this all over my lid as well as my brow bone. I decided I wanted a little bit of shimmer, so I'm just taking Nylon by MAC and putting that right on my inner corners. Then we're going to be moving on to our lower lash line, so just remove the tape, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Honey Butter and Chocolate Cookie and blending this along my lash line. And I am aiming for a fairly smoky lower lash line, so feel free to go as far along your lash line as you want or to make it as smoky as you want. And then I'm going in with Sexpresso once again and just focusing that more closer to my lash line. Then I'm applying a coat of my Grandiose mascara and then finishing it off with some velour lashes, and then your look is complete. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!